Use the quadratic formula to solve the equation. 3x squared minus 18x plus 1 equals 0. All right, the quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So our first step is to make sure that our equation is in standard form. That is, some number times x squared plus some number times x plus some number equals 0. The coefficient of the square term is our a. So in this case, a is 3. The coefficient of our x term is our b. In this case, b is negative 18. And the constant, the number that stands by itself, is our c. In this case, c is 1. So all we have to do is to substitute the values for a, b, and c into our formula and then simplify it. So x equals minus b. So minus b is a negative 18 plus or minus the square root of b squared. That's a negative 18 squared minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times 3 times 1. All over 2a. So x equals minus a negative 18 would be a positive 18 plus or minus the contents of that radical over 6. So I'm going to evaluate the contents of that radical over here, where I have a negative 18 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1. Now you could enter it just like that, all in one line in the calculator. Or we could follow the order of operations. Doing exponents first. So negative 18 squared. That's negative 18 times negative 18 is a positive 324. Then I would multiply. So just bring down that 324. And minus 4 times 3 is 12, times 1 is 12. So I have 312. Okay, but all our radicals have to be simplified. So we want to find and remove any perfect square factors from that 312. Well, it just so happens that 4, that's a perfect square, divides into 312 78 times. So I'll write that as separate square root factors. So the square root of 4 times the square root of 78 over 6. So I know the square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 78 over 6. Now, notice that 2 divides into each term of the numerator and into the denominator. So I'm going to do that. So dividing 2 into each term, the numerator, and then to the denominator. So I get x equals 9 plus or minus 2 over 2 is 1, square root of 78 over 3. And we're going to write our answer as, my math lab gives you the x equals, so you just need to type in 9 minus radical 78 over 3, comma, 9 plus square root of 78 over 3.